So I'm a little stressed out right now because the other side has me telling everyone that I'm the absolute and I am a channel of divine truth. And the reason I'm stressed out is because my divine compliment blew me off. I'm exhausting my assets to speak this truth, and the last guy who showed up speaking in absolutes was crucified. So suffice it to say, things could be better. And everyone's looking at me like I am a psychic who has made all of these incorrect predictions with regards to the United States, the election, Mark Foster, etc. When really, I am a channel of divine truth. So I am telling everybody what the truth is, but you guys need to align yourself with those truths. So while everyone's looking at me thinking, oh, Christine Pavlina running around saying she's the absolute, well, she better deliver, it's actually the complete and total opposite. The divine is speaking to you guys through me, and he's looking at you and hoping that you deliver. He's hoping that you and your free will kick in, and your intuition kicks in, your connection to your higher self kicks in, and that you make a free will decision to align yourself with the truth that he's providing you. So it's actually the exact opposite. And to be honest, part of me is relieved that I'm calling myself the absolute now, despite the fact that I'm stressed out, because I never really saw myself as a psychic. I'm not really just a psychic. I'm telling you what the divine is doing. I'm not a psychic making all these incorrect predictions. I'm telling you what's going to happen, and I'm explaining to you what the alternate realities are. The United States had a path of truth to take. We never took it. We took a path of falsities. So the divine asked me to create this video letting you guys know what happened to the United States. What happened instead of what was supposed to happen if we aligned ourselves with the truth. This is what happened. And since we aligned ourselves with so many falsities, do you know what I can put on the other side? Truth. Because this is all the stuff that didn't happen. We didn't embrace our truth once. This entire electoral process, we didn't embrace our truth once. So what did we do? The falsity that we aligned ourselves with is that everybody wants Hillary. All the people want Hillary. That's what they want. Wrong. The people actually wanted Bernie Sanders. They didn't get Bernie Sanders because the primaries were rigged against him. Didn't really listen to the people. That was that whole Deborah Wasserman Schultz debacle. So, problem is, people don't really want Hillary. So Hillary is the one that ends up going against Donald Trump when it was actually supposed to be Bernie, right? So Hillary goes up against Donald Trump when it was supposed to be Bernie. What happens? Okay, here's the thing. This is another thing that I saw, okay? At the end of October, I started squawking saying that something happens at the end of October. And that was where all the truth was revealed about Hillary. Remember that? When the law of attraction kicked in and all this crap started flying at Hillary, WikiLeaks, Comey, well, she just got freaking pummeled at the end of October. That was the law of attraction. Why? Because Hillary was guilty of abuse of power and racketeering. So that was universal energies responding to that. And so she attracted all this darkness to herself as a result. So if anyone saw Hillary as this helpless victim, she wasn't. She actually attracted all that darkness to herself. So the DNC at the end of October was shown another truth. And the truth the DNC was shown is that Hillary was too weak to go up against Donald Trump. It was basically glaring in their freaking face. Your candidate is too weak to go up against Donald Trump. But instead of switching out Hillary with Bernie, they just kept going. They just kept moving forward with Hillary. Like, we're just going to keep pushing Hillary. We're just going to delude ourselves because we can win. We're just going to keep pushing Hillary. So then what did the other side have me do? The other side sees this going on and they're like, oh man, that's bad news. The DNC just embraced falsities again. They had this window at the end of October to turn things around and do right by the American people, and they didn't. So Christine, we're going to have you make a video called What's Happening to Hillary Clinton. And we're going to announce to the world before the election that the law of attraction is about to take her down. And then, since everybody's assuming that Hillary just wins this election, we're going to have you make another video right before the election saying, what are you assuming about this election? Basically letting everybody know that whatever you're assuming about this election is totally wrong. And bam, Hillary lost the election. Donald Trump wins. Right? So Donald Trump ends up winning, okay? Because he goes up against a candidate that's too weak. Now, here's the other thing. Bernie Sanders, if he went up against Trump, he would have won. So here's our lovely alternate reality over here of truth. Bernie would have won, okay? Instead, Donald wins, okay? Now, what happens when we're presented with Donald Trump versus Hillary Clinton? We, the American people, were actually presented with a choice of dark versus dark. We were never given a choice of light versus dark. A choice of light versus dark would have been Bernie Sanders versus Donald Trump. We were not presented with that choice. So instead, Donald wins, and Donald, unfortunately, is responsible for egoic decisions, and he has impure intentions with regards to being president because it's coming from his ego. He wants power and prestige and basically going down in history, whatever, right? So Donald wins over here. Now, if Bernie won, guess what? Let's say Bernie wins. Guess what we end up with? We end up with a soul whose life purpose is actually to be president. Oh, nothing sweeter than that. With regards to law of attraction and universal energies, that's the money shot right there. Congratulations, you just won the freaking universal energy lottery. Because having somebody who's president, whose life purpose is to be president, it means their intentions are pure, and this is their heart-focused work. And you have the support of the divine because your life purpose comes from the divine. So you're stoked. You're stoked. You're like, all right, put this guy at the helm of the ship. Put this guy in charge. So instead, we got this over here. And the problem is because Donald Trump has a separatist platform, he has aligned us with falsities. So now, as a country, we are aligned with falsities. And what have I been teaching you? You align yourself with falsities, you align yourself with the dark, and what do we end up attracting to ourselves? More dark. As a result of this path, guess what happens? Nuclear freaking war. Now, I want you to kind of just, I don't know, humor me for 1 second here. Maybe I'm just some girl on YouTube who went crazy and decided to call herself the absolute because her ego is just out of control and she's trying to get attention, right? Personally, I don't really think this is the best way to get money since I used to make 6 figures. Okay, in marketing, doing something that was socially acceptable. Okay, now I'm running around calling myself the absolute and I make less money, so just humor me for 1 second here. If we were all about to blow up and go to war, and the divine was going to intervene, maybe he would send somebody to speak for him. Kind of like he did Jesus. I'm just throwing that notion out there. This might actually be true. Okay? Because I'm saying it is. This is what happens, folks. So when I make a video saying Christine Pavlina to the US government, I don't want to die, I'm not kidding. It's because I see nuclear war in my crystal ball. And guess what an atomic winter is? It's when our crops die, and it's when radiation spreads to everybody. So when I say I don't want to die, guess who's coming with me? You are. The US government's coming with me. Donald Trump's coming with me. Hillary Clinton, Congress, the media. Everyone's coming with me because you can't really escape radiation. Do you see how the divine is like trying to save your life? He's trying to align you with the truth because right now we are aligned with falsities. So you have the power to save yourself. There's a new sheriff in town and it's you. You have personal power. You have free will. The divine has empowered you and your free will, which is why I get stressed out and which is why the divine is looking at all of you guys to align yourselves consciously with the truth, right? Align yourself with the truth. So what does that entail? If you align yourself with the truth, guess what? We end up being the strongest country in the world, right? Strongest country in the world because we've aligned ourselves with a president whose life purpose it is to be president, heart-focused work, pure intentions, gives a voice, promotes unity when he promotes separation and discord. I got news for you. People who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones, okay? Energetically, our country is crap right now. We're fighting. We're not getting along. There's anger. There's hate. There's separation. There's discrimination. Negative energy being cast all over the place on American soil. Do you understand that? Do you understand that we're like an energetic magnet for crap right now? People who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. So us like throwing stones when we are energetically a match for crap, I'm sitting here looking at universal energies like, okay, this is really, really bad. Which is why I'm stressed out. And which is why it's my job to bang my tambourine and to just let you guys know, this is the reality of the situation. So you could look at me, raising, fear in people. I'm not raising fear. I'm telling you the truth. This is your truth right now. This is our truth. This is our truth. And it's a crappy, crappy truth to face. My divine compliments at Coachella right now. Do you realize what a moron I think that guy is? He's freaking partying at Coachella. It's like, have fun. It could be your last. Because this is the path that we're on. So put yourself in my shoes. People aren't listening to me because I don't have any credibility. Because the other part of my freak show is off screwing around. Okay? I'm frustrated and I'm angry. And that's why I'm banging my tambourine and I'm telling you, this is where we're headed. I am on the freaking Titanic saying, iceberg full ahead. Do you know what people are doing? They're saying, oh God, that girl won't shut up. Can you just turn up the music? Pour me another drink. Okay, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't ignore me. This ship needs to steer away from this iceberg, okay? I need people to take me seriously. Because I got news for you. I can't move. I asked the other side, can I move? Can I just move away? If no one listens to me, can I leave the country? Can I just move away and save myself? And they said no. My stomach got really tight. I felt like I was gonna throw up. They said no. So that was a very strong no. I can't leave the country. I want to, because I see this reality coming in my crystal ball and I'm like, I gotta steer this ship away. So I need you guys to listen to me. I need you guys to take me seriously. Because this is the potential that we have. This is still in the cards. This does not have to happen. Right here, right now, timing is everything. This doesn't have to happen. This can be prevented, okay? This is still possible right here, right now, okay? I don't want to die. I'm supposed to get married and have kids and lead a good, happy, fulfilled life, okay? I don't want to die. I don't want you guys to die. This has to happen. So, we the people have the power to make this happen, and that's why I'm saying there's a new sheriff in town and it's you. But I need to be taken seriously, and quite frankly, I'm sick and tired of being ignored. I have everything working against me right now. I got completely screwed over. I am putting everything I have into this truth, okay? Here's our homework. Here are the action items for the American people, and I really hope you guys listen. Number 1, get behind Bernie Sanders. I am not a progressive who is obsessed with Bernie Sanders. I am a channel of divine truth. This guy is aligning the United States with the truth. He's the most popular politician right now. There's a reason for that. It's because universal energies are rising up to support him. This guy is strong, he's powerful, he becomes America's sweetheart, he aligns the United States with the truth, and we become the most powerful nation in the world. Okay? Just so you know, that's that path. Number 2, we need a second election. Our free will was taken away from us. And it's not fair, which is why the divine is intervening. We are protected, but we're vulnerable. We're protected, but we're vulnerable. So right now, I keep going back and forth between trusting God and knowing that he has our back to these people better align themselves with the truth. Because collectively, we have the power. And I know the divine respects free will. So that's why your free will is so incredibly important. Getting behind Bernie Sanders is really important. Demanding a second election is really important. This has to happen. This second election has to happen because it's fair. We need a redo. The first election was manipulated. You know, the primaries were rigged. It was manipulated to where we were given a choice of dark versus dark, which is not a proper representation of free will. We were supposed to be given a choice of light versus dark, right? And then the first election was it was interfered. We had media interference from Russia. So it wasn't even a fair election. So that's where we deserve a second election that's fair. And we the people can demand this. Now, the lamest part about us basically taking over is, you know, I just want to let you know, in nuclear war, the US government dies with us. So if we all blow up, the US government goes with us. So we would actually be doing the US government a favor by getting in their face and just taking over right now. Number 3, Bernie Sanders needs to jump ship and form a People's Party. He has nothing energetically to do with the Democratic Party any longer, period. End of story. Energetically, Bernie Sanders needs to separate out, shine his own light as a soul so that people can get behind him and he takes off like a rocket. That's what needs to happen. Okay? I'm going to be completely honest with everyone. I am stressed out. I know the importance of aligning yourself with the truth. I know how strong the law of attraction is. So, aligning yourself with the truth is the most important thing in the entire world right now because our country affects other countries. So we end up becoming powerful in love and unity. We end up positively affecting the globe. So this is a global issue right now, okay? So it's Easter weekend. I'm supposed to be happy and fluffy and thinking of, you know, happy jumping bunnies in a meadow, but I don't. I don't right now. I'm not thinking about that at all. Right now, I'm stressing over our future, knowing that we're vulnerable but protected. We're vulnerable but protected. So I keep going back and forth between the divine intention and the divine plan set in place to take care of us and to protect us, but also knowing that he respects free will. And how am I going to get people to align themselves with the truth and the light? You know, how am I going to get people to care? Or it's like, oh well, you know, maybe our election wasn't that great, but whatever, I'm just going to go back to my normal life. You can't! You can't afford to do that, I'm telling you. You can't afford to do that. This is our homework. These are our action items. If we don't have a second election, we're all going to die. Myself included, apparently, because I can't move away. So that's the reality of the situation. That's the truth. I really hope people take me seriously, because at this point, I'm just really, really pissed off.